What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and we're in the snake room. Did some frozen thawed feeding today. I think we're going to take a look at some clown and some cool pied stuff that I have from 2019 that I'm growing up. Maybe some will breed this year. Maybe some will have to wait for the following year. But I want to show you some cool stuff I got anyway, because you know what? When they're babies, they look one way. As they start to gain some size and they put on a good year or so under their belt, they do change. They change a lot, and you can see the thickness, and you can see how they're growing and developing. And hopefully, they'll get you inspired to get your collection going. Obviously, we're getting close to breeding season now. Some people probably have started already. I usually wait till the end of October, but now I got to start thinking about who I'm going to pair up with what. So it's exciting, but it's also starting to get stressful, Luckily, I only have one more clutch in the incubator that's going to hatch, and then I'm done. Thank God. I don't know how people breed all year round, because once I start pairing snakes up, I don't want to be worried about eggs and pulling that kind of stuff. So let's get into the snake room and take a look. All right, here's some really cool clowns, as I said I was going to show you, that I'm growing up, and some might breed this year, some won't. This girl won't. This is a super enchi clown, and she obviously cleaning up pattern really, really nice and making everything really crystal clear and sharp and sticking out. And this girl was eating like a champ. She slowed down a little bit the last couple weeks, or last maybe 2 months. I think she's going through that little bit of a I'm not going to eat now for 6 months period, or maybe a couple months. She wasn't really ready to breed this year anyway. Next year she'll just probably start eating at the beginning or towards the summer of next year. I guarantee that she'll eat like a champ, and she'll probably breed next season. So this is Super Enchi Clown. This is Orange Dream Pastel Clown, also 2019 I produced. Girl I held back. Really nice. Now you can see she, you can see the orange influence here from the Orange Dream. Obviously Pastel really kind of enhancing this girl a little bit more. And then Clown, of course. Really nice combination. The Orange Dream really complements the Clown tremendously, and she probably will not breed also this year. She's too small, but she's eating well, so that's good. So she's, there is potential maybe she could be a late 2021 breeder. I doubt it though. I'll probably hold her back. I have a lot of breedings to do. I don't need to push these snakes. If they want to grow and get up to size, then that's great. If not, I don't have a problem waiting. This snake's only a year and a couple months old, so she's just not ready. She's not mature enough, and once again, I'd rather have her eat well the whole entire year and then breed her next year. Here's a really nice 2019, not a clown. This is part of my pied project. I produced her this last year. This is an Enchi Orange Dream Champagne Hypo. Woohoo! Now the Hypo Champagne is also called the Mimosa, so this can be called a Enchi Orange Dream Mimosa, 100% het pied. There is also possible yellow belly in this girl. I found that the champagnes can be a little nervous. They get a little nervous. Well, not all of my champagnes, but certainly this one female that that produces babies for me. Her and all our babies tend to be a little nervous. They don't bite per se; they're just nervous. But this girl's really, really nice looking. Let me see if I can get her out here so you guys can see her a little better. Put her over here. I love Champagne. Orange Dream and Champagne are tremendous together. Hypo Orange Dream and Champagne are terrific. And she's 100% het pied, and you can see there's a little ringer there. Champagne het pieds usually look like they're pieds. A lot of people confuse them, but that's just because when you combine the Champagne gene with pied, with the het pied, you do get some sort of a visual looking type of pied. Now when you make the actual visual pied, it's a lot more white in it, obviously. Really nice looking female though. All right, this is my 2019. This is a Banana Orange Dream Freeway. That's the yellow belly asphalt. I'm pretty sure there's banana in here. I'm not, because it was a female, I was trying to say it wasn't banana in there, because usually the males are, but I think when she was born, she had a lot of purple in her. She still does if you look carefully. So I would call her Orange Dream, Banana, Freeway. She's also 50% het pied, 50% het albino. So there's a lot of good genes in here that will come out. She's put some really nice size, and this is a 19. She's not going to breed this year either, but she's eating well, and she's put some nice size on. And you know, this girl is going to be a big future breeder for me. You know, I'm big into this freeway projects. I love the orange dream banana freeway stuff, and you know, I want to get this the pied. So a lot of future potential for this female here, especially if she proves out to be het pied. It'll be tremendous. And then we have here, which is a snake that Justin Kabilka would call the Grail. This is your Lavender Clown, or Lavender Albino Clown. No one wants to stay still today. I don't know why. Everyone wants to go run around. You can see the albino clowns you really can't see the pattern as much. Lavender clowns, because they have a little more contrast and they're not quite as light yellow-wise. They have more of the purples in them. You really can see much more of the clown patterning on the head and the body. So this is Lavender Clown. I got to really figure out what I want to breed to her. I don't think she's big enough to breed this year, but it's possible. She keeps pounding rats. You know, maybe by December she might be up to size, and I might possibly pair her with something. We'll see. If anything, she would probably be a late 2021 mama. But once again, I'm not really in a rush because I do have a lot of snakes to breed this year. So, but if it happens, it happens. You know, she's really nice though. Anything lavender, you can't go wrong with it. Everything clown, you can't go wrong with, right? And we'll end with this boy, who I have no idea what's in this snake, to be honest with you. Wesser, spot nose, Pastel. This was one of the males that I produced from my new gene, Lesser Clown. So I had a Lesser Clown that had a new gene in it. It came from the Barkers. And I picked the female up from my friend Mike at the Florida Reptile Ranch when he sold his collection, and we really don't know. No one's really identified. So this female seems to have, or this I should say male seems to have that new gene in it. Haven't proved it out yet. Don't know what it does. I don't even know what's in this snake. It just looks completely, you know, different than other snakes. When it was born, it was really, really, you know, wild looking. So we'll have to see what it produces. I mean, she's pretty decent size. She might actually, you know, breed this year for me if she continues eating. She's not huge, but she's definitely at the 1,200 gram mark. You know, she'd be a small mother, but it's possible that we can get her to breed this year if she continues pounding rats the next month or two. So that's exciting. I'll show you our brother. Our brother's in here, and I don't even know what he is either. He definitely has lesser in it. He has a lot. He also has that new, I think potentially has that new gene in him too as well. It's just some wackiness going on that I'm not really sure of. Is he leopard, spot nose, pastel, Wesser, I don't know, new gene. Definitely visual clown. So I mean, we have two great visual clowns. So the great thing is anything clown I breed it, or anything het clown, we're gonna produce some cool stuff. So I'm thinking that probably if I breed her and breed him to snakes that have a ton of genes in them, it's going to just confuse things more. So maybe breeding them to something with less genes, like maybe just a regular clown, would be the way to go. You know, at least for the female, for the male. And then this female maybe put something interesting, and then maybe we could do the GHI Mojave Pastel Clown and see what we produce. Get some darkness into this. So there's a lot of thinking to do. I can't believe the breeding season's here right now. I'm starting to panic because I haven't really paired up stuff in my mind yet. I kept saying, I got plenty of time. Now it's coming up, and I got to start thinking of who I'm going to put with what. So these younger snakes, however, are not really ready to go yet, so I don't really have to worry about them per se. But certainly my breeders are going to have to start getting paired very shortly, so probably at the end of the month. But hopefully you guys like this little show of some of the holdbacks I got. All right, that's going to do it for tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little peek into my collection and what's growing up and what's going on and all the different cool possible clown combinations I have coming up in the future, because it is the future. We're probably not going to see many of the snakes I showed today in the breeding program for 2021. But when we get around to the following year, that's when those snakes are going to shine. So you always got to be building up your new crop and thinking about what you're going to do for the future. I know sometimes you just want to think about it right now, but you obviously have to keep getting new stuff and adding it into the racks and just feed it and leave it alone. And then as the years progress and these snakes grow and they're ready to breed, then you can get excited and start thinking about what you want to pair them to. Although I'm always thinking, even when they're still growing, I think I'm going to pair this one with this one, and I'm always looking for males, because the females you got to grow for 2-3 years sometimes, so you have a little bit more time on what male I'm going to put with that female. I don't always have a pair in mind right when I get them. Sometimes I buy the female and I say, you know what, I'll find the right male later, and sure enough, it always happens. Some male pops up and I grab it, and I'm like, that's the male I need, So you'll see I have a few new males that I picked up this year that will be in my breeding rotation, hopefully to produce some new combinations and some new cool stuff. Hopefully you're having a great day. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit the like button. We'll see you back tomorrow morning.